Welcome back to the Crow's Nest, your home for Sea of Thieves. I'm Captain Jay, and today we're taking an anticipated look at E3 2018 and what it means for Sea of Thieves. E3 is set to kick off this weekend, and during Microsoft's conference, we'll get a look at what's coming up for the game. But before we dive into that, let's see how we got here. E3 2015 is where it all started. Studio head Craig Duncan announced a new ambitious IP for the studio alongside the first trailer for the game. We now know the opening island in the trailer was Cannon Cove, and to the delight of gamers everywhere, Rare was back in charge with the announcement. In the months that followed, it was generally quiet save a few concept art pieces, audio teases, some early videos from the team, and a couple of leaks from Captain Bones. Where is that guy anyway? But we still hadn't seen what gamers everywhere wanted: actual gameplay. It wasn't until E3 2016 where we saw the game's cinematic trailer alongside the first gameplay video for Sea of Thieves, demoed by the winners of the Play It First contest. E3 2016 also marked the first time members of the press and select public were able to get their actual hands on the game at the show floor booth. This was where I got my first hands on the game and had an absolute blast with it, even if it was a highly limited demo build. At this point, marketing and development for Sea of Thieves really stepped up in the public eye with the immediate launch of the Insider program and official forums where communication played a major role between players and devs, as well as the technical alphas a few months later. Moving on over to E3 2017, and Sea of Thieves had the longest presentation on stage during the Microsoft conference, where they showed off new canon elements, storms, and more. At this point, players had a much more concrete idea of a game release window, although there was no specific date yet. That would come at the 2017 VGAs. By this point, tons more players, thousands upon thousands, were taking part in the technical alphas. March 20th, Sea of Thieves released worldwide. And now, here we are, June, a month and a few days after launch, with just a few more days until the start of E3 2018, where we know Sea of Thieves is going to have a presence. As of today, we're in the middle of the game's first content update with the Hungering Deep, and after a positive reception, it's left many players excited for what comes next. What we do know right now is that the next update, Cursed Sails, is set to drop this summer, followed by Forsaken Shores in the closing portion of the summer season. After doing a bit of digging around, it's safe to say we can expect a trailer at E3 for the next few updates on the roadmap. But what else can Rare bring to the table? Personally, while a trailer is always high on my list, I'd love for the dev team to really break down the direction of the game even further. Now, I know this won't be possible on the stage given the time constraints of the show, but on the show floor and with other press outlets covering the event, I do hope the devs are very transparent, as they've always been, regarding the direction of the game. There's been a huge amount of feedback and discussion surrounding Sea of Thieves since launch, and I'd love to see how that's being covered and considered. While I'm always up for the carrot on the stick in terms of shiny new loot and skins introduced, I'd love to see how the dev team plans to grow the game to hold player retention. The Hungering Deep was a great, fantastic start in shaping player behavior, varying gameplay, and interactions. Seriously, if you haven't already played it, do it now while you can, because the campaign is set to finish on June 12th. Now, while THD is incredible fun, what I personally hope and want to see at E3 this year is the premise of the future of the game. Now, I know the perfect game and perfect update isn't created overnight. Instead, they take a huge amount of time. However, one thing the Rare devs have done exceptionally well is listen to and act on player feedback from the start. And that's what I'm excited for here. What I hope to see at E3 is how the devs have taken the feedback so far and how they're building on it, how they're implementing it. My own wish list for Sea of Thieves at E3 is a trailer for Cursed Sails and Forsaken Shores, as well as a first look at some of the fall campaigns coming to the game. But more importantly, I want to know how the game is going to live and breathe over time. I'd love to know how the game, its mechanics, interactions, world, enemies, and encounters will continue to evolve. I want to know how the players will continue to tell others about our new and exciting adventures on the high seas. That's all for this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you hope to see from Sea of Thieves at E3. Thanks for checking out the video, everyone. If you enjoyed it and want more Sea of Thieves, click the like button, subscribe to the Crow's Nest, and be sure to hit that bell icon for the latest in Sea of Thieves. As always, I'm Captain Jay, and until next time, fair winds and following seas.